Hello, everybody. It's your boy, Sam. Again, the train mother of Maine. My daddies and bladdies and gaddies. Alright, I'm jumping right into things because we have a lot to cover. I know I promised you guys more frequent updates. COVID hit. I had kind of stalled progress a little bit. And then all of a sudden, one day, I have always wanted a bigger layout. The old layout, first layout, which you've seen, was 4x8. From here to here was layout number 2. And I knew eventually I was going to expand off here. You remember I put in this Y for the potential expansion. I'm like, I have all this time. I have all this space. I had a few bucks saved up. I'm going to expand the layout now. So that's exactly what I did. Run 2. I'm jumping right in. I know I'm usually a little bit more formal, but got a lot of ground to cover. So, expansion. So, first thing I did was make measurements. Figured I had all the room to come out to here. I could have even went further, but I decided to make it a small, double the size of my layout expansion. So, it's 4 sections over here, 4 sections over here. So we got a corner piece. Over here is the reverse loop. And then 3 of these sections over here. Identical. So another 18 inches deep, 3 feet wide. And then over here, same thing, but it's a corner piece. So I have them, cornered. So 3 feet and 18 inches. And then it makes the nice broad corner. Another 3 foot 18. And then the dog leg to connect it all. So just about the same area as the original layout, except I guess if you cut off this dog leg, because there's no dog leg over here. So 3 straights and a dog leg. All I am doing is just extending my outer main line. So behind the backdrop and all that, we have the inner main that has the lumber mill and the mine leads off of it, the inner main, big loop. And then the outer line is another big loop. We got the crossover here. So I had, if you've seen the old edits videos, you've seen that I had this Y here. Specifically for this expansion, I planned from day 1 to have an expansion eventually off this way. So the Y is now actually has purpose. Before it was just, up to these tracks here, and it was just there for one day. So we have this outer main line, so either it can come out or go and continue on its way this way, or come out or go onto the expansion. So I'll get into all this, everything I'm doing in a bit. This is probably going to be a longer video, but that's okay. So it comes off, and then right here, I'll get into all this in a minute. It comes off, loops around. It's going to be hidden, but it's not going to be a mountain scene. I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. So the line's going to go all the way around back here, come out over here, and then loop back and parallel itself back onto the outer main. So technically, I'm calling this a branch line. I guess you'll see as it gets further along in other videos. So basically, it's just an extension of the outer loop. So I still can run 2 trains at a time, if not a 3rd train, doing some switching and local stuff. So we'll start. You know that this whole area was the logging, camp, mill. I've got most of the foam work done. I actually just put all this foam in tonight. I'm going to taper this all down into this scene. I'll get to that. So nothing really going on over here. Lumber mill. Did some more sculpting of the mid-mountain. Nothing's really changed over here. The mine scene, got the track finished. You already know all that. Did some more mountain work. So everything over here is kind of tip-top for now. Then over here, so I got these 2 Grand Central Gem wooden trestle kits. I've been working on the legs. These legs are not the prototype that come with it. I'm customizing them. I'm going to put some crossbars and all that, but I made, I think, 10 of those, and I'm going to, stagger them up the land mass with these 2 trestles. This is rough, obviously, but because there's all this crap here. So 2 trestles. that will be going across this river scene. So this is obviously going eastbound and westbound or whichever directions. So I've cut out the foam there. I'm gonna put a river down here with fishermen, and so this side is gonna taper down more violently, more so like a cliff, have water in here. And then this side over here is gonna taper more gently. And what I actually did, this isn't glued in yet, but I put a phantom rail line that's gonna come, obviously it would come from somewhere over yonder and then come through here to some other yonder, just to add more to the scene. So it's all gonna taper down, down, down. It's gonna be the rail line, and then the river, and then, the cliffy, whatever. So like I said, I got the bridge kit drying. I'm making the legs. I will taper down the front fascia to contour with everything. So it's gonna be a river scene perspective, just so you can see. This edit's gonna be a little longer and kind of all over the place, but I wanna give you full perspective. So if you watch my other videos, you're familiar with all this. If not, go watch them. So I'm excited about that. I've been working a lot of that today, especially. I just put in this section here. I put in this yesterday. I'm working slow, but I'm getting stuff done. And then, this wall kind of taper down. You get the idea. So then over here, not sure what I'm going to do with this kind of area yet. This is my biggest question mark of the whole layout to this point now. So I'm just going to leave that be for now. But everything beyond, I know where I'm going to be. So putting a little interurban branch line here. Going to go into a little town scene. This is all, mocked, so to speak. So I'm going to start probably about where this industry I made is. Old Esso fuel something station. I don't know what the hell it's going to be yet. So maybe a co-op of some sort. I'm going to start over here. Not sure where the branch line. It's going to terminate down here, so it's going to end up in a stub. I would have at least 2 industries, if not 3 or 4 off of it. So we're going to start the town scene-ish, nothing big, just a couple, like a hardware store, a couple small things, a little main street, a couple industries, and then I'm going to have the road dip down, go under this bridge. I've actually had this bridge since I started my very first layout. I bought it. I never got rid of it for whatever reason. So I'm going to do the contour down here, have the road come out here, be done. But I'm going to, like I said, do a little main street kind of thing. Some building backdrops, have, some industry garbage and fences and shops, all that. So a little town scene. I don't know exactly how it's going to play out yet. I got some buildings and kits to buy. I'm not sure where the road is going to start either. This is I don't have the other package out here, but it's a German company makes it. It's N scale, and they make HO scale. And you peel it and can stick it, and it curves. So I'll probably have it go down, have the branch line start here, maybe in this area for sure. A little more wildernessy, then come in, do a turnout with a lead for this industry, and then maybe like a secondary switching track for it, then come back and do something similar, just and then what I'm really excited about is I'm actually going to have at least one, if not maybe I'll have a curve turnout, go to a second one where we're going to have a crossing right in the middle of the road, in the middle of town, buildings, shivellings there, and just make this a really abandoned, rusty, and not abandoned, I should say, just lightly used for an industry here, just for a box car. Then maybe thinking like a bakery or something right in here where there'll just be 2 tracks, a couple tank cars or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm thinking city backdrop, not like backdrop, but like those inch wide building facades that'll go here. So it's all, as it hills into urban stuff, there'll be, you've seen them, like the city backdrops. Look up Rod Stewart's layout and imagine that's all just flat instead of, the actual buildings. So it'll add some serious depth to the layout. And then on the back, you can see I got the really tall backdrop over here with my portholes. Can you see the portholes? You can see that porthole, so I can access the track. And what I'm going to do here is do the same thing, backdrop, but only as high as this foam, and I'll have it butt up to it. I'm going to put another piece of foam out here to make it a tunnel. You'll have to see it, but I have it perfectly pictured, and it's not going to be like that where I specifically wanted a mountain backdrop with portholes that have to be there. I'm going to have it come out, like I said, and then, so it won't be high, but I'm going to have it with that finished look going down as far as the rest of my fascia. But I'm going to actually have long running view holes. So it'll be, let's just say, for perspective, about that high, just above the top of the car. So let's get down a little bit. So you can see where it'll be about this high, maybe a little bit higher, where like the tip of my finger is. And then I'm just gonna have the supports for it. So just picture this going like this, and having supports where the supports for the table are, and then having it all be viewable in here. You know, so this is 3 feet long, so let's just say 3 inches of it is covered by the support, and then so from here all the way, you know, to here, wherever, I'll cut this back a little bit, you'll be able to actually see the trains running, but it'll be supported and have that finished black look. So it'll be almost like a view hole. You'll just be able to see the trains running by. Might even put a piece of plexiglass in it, just, I don't know. But that's what I'm gonna do. Give it that nice finished look. Not sure either about how I'm gonna put a backdrop or fascia on this end. I'm gonna do it where the same thing I'm gonna do up here at the front is contour it at least up to where these two tables meet, right here. But this corner area is a big anomaly right now. I'm sure I'll come up with something, but so that'll take care of, I guess, at least up to here for right now, because I don't know what I'm gonna do here. But the bench work, as you can see, I've already got fascia up on the whole interior. I need to tweak it a little bit. I'm not happy with how this corner ended up. You can see I kind of pulled it apart a little bit just to see if I could salvage the piece. Probably have to put a new piece in. I got the fascia up and painted already. The good thing about the model railroading is that my first initial layout, if you watch all the videos, not this layout, the very first one, go watch my oldest videos, it took me years and years and years to get to the point to where I'm like, I feel confident enough in my skills to, you know, to the point where that layout was not satisfying anymore because I had ripped up so much stuff. It was a mess. I had redone things that I could do so much better in one shot. Just a mess. So now I've been taking my time, fine-tuning my skills with this layout. I'm sorry there's no buildings and all that on it for first-time viewers, but go watch previous stuff. You could see where my mind is and where it's going to end up. The layout, I'm saying. Not my mind, but... So point being is, doing all this, I went very slowly, but with calculated, you know, I calculated what I was going to do ahead of time, so it came out much better to my liking. So getting up all this bench work and then getting the foam on it and getting the fascia, I took my time doing it the day that I did it, but getting everything to where you see it now was pretty much one solid day. Building the bench work took a couple hours, took my time. Cutting the fascia, took my time. Painted it, let it dry, did the next coat the next day, took my time. Cut the foam. I'd say from start to finish, it took me about 6-7 hours, which is nothing relatively. So I'm kind of losing where I was at now, but you get it now. So I got the big U shape with the dog legs. Very excited. Still got plenty of room. I have room to still access it on all 4 sides. I'm not going to push it up against the wall or anything until it's very close to being done, and then probably just segue it into this corner and then push it back here, because I'll still be able to access the portholes if I really need to. Yeah, it's kind of surrounding now. I'm able to immerse myself in the layout. Got my little entryway thing. That's what's nice about having the dog legs where they are, is that, well, hey, you know, so I'm very, very, very thrilled, happy with the progress. So like I said, town kind of scene, gonna be a little main street. Like I said, these 2 industries for sure, and then, you know, gonna hopefully have at least 1 more industry, if not 2 more. Maybe something a little bigger down here. I'm not sure yet. I don't have any more buildings. You've seen my mine stuff. This whole area is full of good mine stuff. That whole area is all lumber mill stuff. And now, you know, the town area, I don't have anything else on hand I can use or kit bash. So now I'm in the stage of, I'm saving up a few bucks to go buy some stuff. But I'm excited about it. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I'm trying to think what else I want to convey. Excited about the bridge and river scene. I do have some little fishermen, Woodland Scenics fishermen, and a little John boat guy thing. Might even like put a little cabin guy. I don't know. We'll see. I guess that's kind of it. I will do another update here soon. Sorry, usually I like to clean up the table a little bit. These tracks were what I was powering the new loop with, connecting here to, you can see. But I will be using Atlas track secured to the bridges and figuring out the exact lengths. So I was able to run the continuous loop for a few days. I should have set that up tonight, but oh well. I will do a more frequent update, but as soon as I set all this stuff up, I didn't do an update quick and I had already started working. So I'm like, well, let me just wait till I'm at a very decent spot where I could show off minimal progress on all the projects. Like the river, got the track somewhat in, and you know where I'm heading. So all right, I'm gonna cut it for tonight. But tips and tricks, if you have any Tony Hawk style, let me know. I'm really excited about the rail line to nowhere. It's just, I'm glad it just came to me. So it's gonna be tapered down. I'm like, besides just the river and the scenics in there, you know, I fish, is my second love, is fishing. So I've been on plenty of rivers, especially here in Ohio and Pennsylvania, which is what I'm actually modeling, is Pennsylvania, where the rail line follows the river. So I'm like, let me do that. So all right, well, I'm all over the place. Tips and tricks, Tony Hawk style, let me know. If you guys like what you see, comment, please, subscribe. If you see anything you don't like or that I could be doing better, if you have any questions, very happy to help you answer or figure out your, you know, so. All right, well, my brain is spinning now because I'm thinking about all the work I still have to do. All right, well, hit me up. The train, Mother Maine, I'm glad to be back. And at least it's been, you know, a month or two since my last update, but you're getting a ton of stuff, so enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and the train, Maine.